It juices up everything. Where? And there it is. Maybe a piece here. Wait, I hope I don't burn myself. Wait a minute, a piece. I don't want you saying falling over. Let me take a drink. Oh, everything's falling. An orange juice. That's what I have. Right. I've already done some ironing. Oh, Sky News. Sky News again has disappointed me. Right, wait a minute. Oh. Hey, let me get the chap. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I was away at the post office this morning. Tyra, good afternoon, good afternoon. Let me get the chat up. There's Miss Sky. Good afternoon, Sky. I was away at the post office this morning. Right, and I got some shopping and stuff like that. Let's see. There we are. Found us. Now let me put it on live chat. There we go. Stacey, good afternoon or good morning, lovely Stacey. Good morning. It's nice to see you also. It's nice to see you all in the chat. Thank you for coming in and spending time with me. Listen, I'm let down. Hannah, good morning to you in beautiful Boston. Oh, I'd love to go to Boston. Talking about Boston. Oh, what a shame. Poor Kirsty. The reason I'm thinking about Boston was because of the TV show Cheers that was out, that was in Boston, and Kirsty Alley passed away. That was a shocker. That was a real shocker that she passed away. What a shame. Our poor family. Kirsty Alley. Kirsty Alley, that was in Cheers. She passed away. She had a short battle with cancer. See, it can take you fast. It was cancer, Stacey. It was cancer. Isn't that a shame? I loved it. See, I was kicking about, and I was born in early 70s, so in the 80s when Cheers came out, it was like a magical world to me, the USA. It was like my magical place. It still is a magical place for me, the truth be told. But back in the day when I had never visited, you know, I was like, oh my God, what a magical land the US of A is. So that was dead sad. But listen, Sky News have let us down again. I've been sitting here for an hour, maybe more. Sitting here for an hour or more. In the UK, see over. Oh, thank you, Tyra. See over in like the USA, they can televise court cases and stuff like that. Well, they can't here. We've still got a sketch artist and drawing people and stuff like that. But they've recently brought in cameras for sentencing, right? So some court cases, it's just, you don't see the defendant or anything like that. You just see the judge and the judge's speech and sentencing people, right? So going back into the 80s again, there was this man and he murdered two young ladies, right? But this was back in the 80s when like DNA and stuff like that, you know, there was no, DNA wasn't like it is now. They still took DNA swabs and stuff like that, but you know, they couldn't get, I think they needed like massive amounts or something to get even a profile in DNA. So they kept this DNA anyway, right? For years and years they kept this DNA. This is going on right now. So they kept this DNA for years and years. And then recently they opened the case again. And they managed to know how with DNA, not only can you get a DNA hit, but you can get like, say a family member's been inside jail or something and had their DNA. They can say, well, their DNA is very close to their DNA. They're probably related and stuff like that, right? So she was, what, 71, I think she was. She was 71, Tyra. I know, it's shocking. So they managed to get some kind of DNA profile, and they whittled it down to this man called, oh God, what the hell was his name again? Let me see. David Fuller, right? Now, see if you be prepared if you look that guy up. David Fuller, right? They whittled it down to this guy called David Fuller, right? So they go in and they've got the body camera on and they say, right, you're under arrest. We've got suspicion to believe that you might be responsible for these cold case murders. Oh yeah, Tyra, yeah. Yeah, I know. See, that's wonderful if you're going to help kids out. That's such a rewarding job. So they go to the guy's house, right, and they say, right, we're arresting you under suspicion. So he goes to the police station anyway, and he's getting in. You can see all this. It's on the BBC documentary. So he's getting like interrogated and stuff like that. Do you know these girls and stuff? And he's going, no, I don't know them. No, I don't know them. Do you know this name? No, don't know her either. But unknowns to him, good afternoon, Sarah Louise. There's a swarm of police officers back in the guy's flat, right? As it always is. So the police are back at his flat, and it's like a hoarder's house, right? It's like a hoarder's house. So there's a lot of stuff to get through. So the police are looking through things, and they move this unit in here. Behind the unit is a wee secret compartment with hard drives in it, right? Hard drives in this secret thing. So these hard drives go to what my son's going to do, cyber security. These because somebody's got to do that job. It's a terrible job, but somebody's got to do it. So these hard drives go to this guy. The guy was crying in the BBC documentary. Now, this is a guy that has seen all sorts, right? That just shows you how bad it was. He was working in a hospital as well, this man, right? And he had one of these passes that he could get to any place in the hospital at all. But guess what? His most favourite place in the hospital was the morgue. Aye. I know what you're thinking, and you're right. He was going down to the morgue on a regular basis to do, you know what, down there, right? And I'm not talking about like praying or anything like that. I'm talking about bad stuff. Bad stuff. But over 100 corpses, this man. And the youngest was 9-year-old and the oldest was 100. But not only that, not only that, he videotaped himself doing it all. He got his look, he was like a YouTuber. He got his camera all set up like that. Is that a good shot right there? Got the body, and then just is that in view? Done that, right? Took videos of it all, and then he went home, and then he had a wee black book that the police also found that had times and dates of death. What it was all females. What the female looked like, age, all the rest of it. What he'd done, he wrote down all this kind of stuff like that. All this he wrote down in his wee book, right? Obviously for like a trophy. Thank you, sweet Stacey. So anyway, this guy, we got a thing this morning saying this guy is in court this morning and he's getting sentenced live, right? And I'm like, I'm there, I'm like on it, I'm on the Sky Channel like that, sitting here like this for over an hour. I've been sitting here like that, waiting. And see, when the camera eventually does come on, it's like bip, 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 bip. The camera's only working. Yes, Tyra, yes, it's a wee bobble. So the camera's only working, so I've sat here for an hour waiting in this because I want to see this guy getting 100 odd life sentences. That's what I want to see. And nothing, it's like that. So I'm disappointed, Sky News. Disappointed as a crime person. I'm disappointed. I wanted to see him getting his justice. That's what I wanted to see. But the guy, as I say, the guy's name's David Fuller. if you're interested, you can have a look at that. Yes, I've seen everything on Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm like, oh, I've seen everything he's done. Yeah, I'm right into my true crime stuff. I've seen just about everything. But this guy, why on earth are we still just letting people go in and out of morgues? See, since Jimmy Savile, see, since him, you think they would have tightened down in the morgues because he was up to the same sort of stuff. So he was. He was up to the same sort of stuff. I've no idea why MD would want to do that kind of thing. Right, I don't know why MD would want to do that kind of thing. But this guy, the video camera in it, oh, look, he thought he was untouchable. He thought he was untouchable. So anyway, I'll need to go back on Sky News later on to see what's bloody happened. See, there's sometimes I wish we still had the death penalty in certain cases. And in this case, this guy needs it. This guy needs it in this case. Because there's video footage of him doing said acts over 100 times. The police had to go to these poor families and tell them what happened. I'd be like that. I'm going to do him in. That's what I'd be like. Yeah, I know. See, this is it, Hannah. He looks as if, oh, he's a wee old man. Nothing, butter wouldn't melt in his mouth. I know, it's shocking. Yeah, I'm dead interested in it. Afternoon, Lauren. Good afternoon. I'm dead interested in it. I'm interested in it because what goes through their minds. Do you know what I mean? I like to think about what the hell. And do you know what was on his mind, right? Just me watching it personally, what I think. I think the guy couldn't get a girlfriend. I think he was married a couple of times, but you know, he'd be lucky to get a girlfriend, the man, right? And not only that, I think he had a whole control issue. See this control issue that some people have got. He had that. He wanted absolute dominance. Is that the right word? That's what he wanted. And taking for. Can you imagine? No, this is the job my son's going to have to do. Jobs like this. The man was the police, the cybersecurity police guy was crying on the BBC documentary. This man has looked at all sorts of terrible stuff, and he was crying. Yeah, Catherine, did I say good morning, my Catherine? Good morning. Or afternoon. Good afternoon. I don't know. Listen, I don't even know what day it is. Yeah, his name is David Fuller. He's getting sentenced now. It's meant to be live on Sky News. But their camera's broke. I've been sitting here for an hour waiting. No, Lauren, this isn't the UK. This is down at Kent. This guy was down at Kent. Tyra, he murdered a couple of lassies back in the 80s, right? And they got his DNA. But at that time, they couldn't do much with DNA back then. But then, he worked in a hospital. And his most favourite place in the hospital to go was the morgue. And look, you can look it up from there. I'm not even going to repeat what he was doing, because it upsets me just thinking about it. Yeah, he's an older man. How long has he been getting away with this? Yeah, this is it. Why is there no cameras? Why is there no... Obviously there's these saddles, right? Obviously there's these people going about that you would never think would be like that, but they are. Why is there no cameras guarding these people? Right, they've passed away. I mean, there should be somebody, there should be a camera there. There should be a camera there. And maybe not one person allowed in the mortuary themselves. Maybe they should go in twos. Maybe if they're going into the mortuary, they need a partner to go into the mortuary with, just so that they can keep their eye on each other. What the hell? Tan Man, good afternoon or good morning to you. Into bad Catherine, there you are. I never thought you would need it as well, because I don't understand that at all. Which I suppose 99.9% is don't understand that, but this man, and taking movies there, setting up his kid, and the police finding it. Oh, gee, see, listen, you can go on the BBC and watch the documentary. It's no long, it's only about half an hour or something like that, the documentary. But honest to God, I sat here waiting. I wanted to see him getting 100 life sentences in there. Sky News's cameras aren't working. I'm going to complain to them. That's an hour I'm never going to get back. Sky News. I think you should send me a freebie. Oh, he's great, Tyra. Oh, he's an absolute angel, so he is. He's my angel cake. That's what he is. And he's pulling himself up now and standing up on things, but by God, he's fast. He's fast at crawling. He's like lightning. And his hand's like lightning also. He can grab something as quickly as that. Do you know what he'd be good at? Mind that film Karate Kid or something that was back in the 80s? And that guy could catch a fly. I bet you my grandson could, because his handy is like lightning. Chelsea, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Holly, good afternoon. Thank you for coming in. Sky, yes. No, not you, my beautiful Sky. Oh, once you see her. This is it, but the wonders of Skype and things like that, you can virtually talk to people. So, I mean, that's a brilliant thing, isn't it? That's what kept me going during the whole pandemic, was Skype. Because you weren't allowed out. Unless you were doing 10 Downing Street, and then you were allowed out every weekend to their parties. Every weekend, Boris was having a shindig down in 10 Downing Street. we're all staying in the house. My daughter's dying in the hospital and I'm not even allowed to visit her. But listen, 10 Downing Street is a place. And if it's not 10 Downing Street, remember the minister? Mind the minister that said he was caught somewhere. He was caught at a castle with his family. He was caught at some castle with his family. And the police said to him, right, he's meant to be stay at home, right? What are you doing at this castle, right? This is a wee bit away from your house. What are you doing here? He says my eyes were funny, so they were. I was having problems with my eyes, so I decided to test my eyes by driving 70 mile an hour on the motorway with my wife and children in the car, just to test my eyes. That's all. Just listen, see if that had been us commoners. Not only would we have got done for breaking the law for the rules on the virus, right? We'd get done for dangerous driving. We'd get our licence taken off us. This guy got a slap in the wrist. That's what he got. Glam's Castle or something. The guy was away. we're all abiding by the bloody rules. See, that's the kind of stuff that annoys me, when it's like one rule for them and another for us. Remember they were telling us how to wash our hands. Remember that? Because we're all dirty bastards and we can't even wash our own hands. Oh. I know, Catherine, endangering. Now, do you know something? See, if my eyes were a bit dodgy, there's a few things I would never do. Right? One of them is get in the car. If my eyes are like that, I'm going to be like, do you know what? I don't think I can drive today. You know, because you need your vision. I mean, it's part of your test, but it's that licence plate. You need your vision. So not only that, but I'm not going to go, do you know what? My eyes are terrible, right, kids? In the car. We're all going to the castle. Stirling Castle, here we come. See, remember that? Sing Happy Birthday, you dirty commoners. And they're doing, in 10 Downing Street, somebody broke one of the kids' swings. I was hoping to God it was Boris. I was like, oh, please let it be Boris that's broke the kid's swing. And please let there be footage of Boris breaking the kid's swing. Whee! Like that, you know? Oh, I don't know who it was that broke the... It sounds like a bloody great shindig anyway, doesn't it? Well, we're all suffering. I know, Catherine, to wash your hands, you. Do you know how to wash your hands? Well, look, I'm 51 now. I think I know. You know, you've got to lather it up. What do you think? Oh, here, I've been doing it wrong all this time. I've just been taking the bar of soap and going like that with it. Is that not how you wash your hands? All right. Right, silly me. You know, I mean, it's funny. It's so bad. It's comical. It's so bad. It wasn't funny at the time for me though, because my daughter was ill in hospital, and as I say, I wasn't allowed to even go and hug her, and got told when the time is close I can go in and see her, meaning when she was just about dead. Did you always? Yeah. Yeah, no, and listen, the guy that was just in Celebrity Big Brother, I'm a Celebrity there, Matt Hancock, he was snogging the face off his aide. Man was married and all that too. And see cameras are amazing now. Camera caught him not only snogging the face off this one, but having a wee cheeky feel at her bottom as well, like that. And it was all other places, and you find it online. But his poor wife finding out, one, that he's cheating on her, and then at the whole of the UK, in fact the whole of the world, seen this. Again, breaking boundaries. No, you're meant to be, we were like, whatever it was, six feet away, you had to stand, stay over there, don't come near me. And he's snogging the face of some woman. Politics, eh? they're all up to all the dodges and dives, and they think that we're the bad folk. They're up to... I never thought it was so fun down there, but listen, parties every weekend. What the hell? Parties. See, at time, and see, there you go. It was a bloody laughing stock. It's 12:36 in the afternoon here. Aye, that's what's been going on in the UK, all that kind of stuff. But do you know what I thought? I thought, see if there's ever a lockdown 2, folk aren't going to listen, folk are going to rebel. I was a good girl, remember? I was a right good girl. I took my flavouring out at the front, remember? But that was just, I didn't go any further than my doorstep, really. But I wanted to be a wee rebel. But that was me, I was good. Oh, thank you, Tan Man. Yes, I am, Sky. I'm still watching the football. I'm still watching the football. It's been good so far. The football's been good. Brazil, was it? Many goals did Brazil get last night? 6 or something like that. Do you know, I can't even remember. I can't even remember the games now. I've watched that many. I'm like, what was their score again? Can't mind. I've just watched that many. But it's been great. I've enjoyed it. I've been enjoying the footy very much. But today I've got my bed stripped. I'm going to put on new bedding and all that. So tonight I'm going to be nice and cosy in my new bed. My bedding. I like that. Oh. But there's a thing, I was talking to one of the ladies up the... Lauren, who do I want to win? Oh, see, that's a hard one because people are going to fall out of me. You know, I really don't mind who wins, but I've got a wee soft spot for Croatia. I've got a soft spot for Croatia because, you know, that's one of my most favourite places is Croatia. And I've got the Croatian flag in my room as well. So, and it was hard because Japan was playing. Japan was playing Croatia. And I love Japan as well because, you know, I worked for the Japanese and always wanted to go over to Japan. And a lot of the Celtic players are from Japan as well. So that was a hard match for me to watch because I like both teams. So I just like to see a good game of footy. That's what I like to see, lots of goals and stuff like that. That's what I like to see. Sky, I know. Listen, my ex-husband was a Rangers fan and I was a Celtic fan. And if we got on, you know, for all the years, I'm sure yous will be okay as well. Some people take it way too far though. It's a game of football. It's a bloody game of football. Some people take it. Do you know what? I had to laugh. I did actually let out a laugh. I was in my car. Oh, thank you very much. Artsy. Thank you very much and welcome. I was in the car and it was, we've got a football phone-in right in Glasgow here, and it's every weeknight and Saturdays, and it's called Super Scoreboard. And it's just people from Glasgow or the surrounding area phoning in to like bitch about the football, like he needs to be off the park, or the referee was bad, you know, just all that. So here, Rangers were having a right bad time. They get beat 4-1 off us or something, and they get beat 4 goals with somebody else and somebody else. And this guy comes on, right, and he says, listen lads, I've not been able to sleep all night thinking of this. I've not been able to sleep all night. I was like laughing because I thought, he's not been able to sleep all night because of the football. Listen, he wants to come and take a wee swatch at my life. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot more pressing, worrying things on my mind than the football results. I've not been able to sleep all night. He was like that. I was like in my car laughing. I was going, no way. Can you imagine his significant other? Would you get to sleep? I can't stop thinking the Rangers getting beat. See, if it had been a Celtic guy, they'd have been equally as hilarious. I'd have been like, why don't you get a grip? We've got all the starving folk in the world and stuff like that, and you're sitting here greeting over a game of football. They take it too far, some folk. I enjoy it, but I you know, it's a game. It's a game after all. Yeah, Sky, we always had a wee bit of banter, do you know what I mean? See, if it was like an old firm match, that's what they call Celtic and Rangers playing. Although people would argue now there's no old firm, but that's a whole different argument. We used to, Sky, I'm going to tell you how to spice it up a bit, right? I know it's not Saturday, but I'm going to give you a wee tip here, Sky, right? See, France is playing England, right? What you say is, if France win, you get to choose anything to be done to you, right? You get to choose something nice, naughty-wise to be done. And if England win, then you need to do what he wants. Right? It just spices it up a bit. Spices it up. And listen, see, after the football match, there's no hard feeling because we're right into it. Just this wee tip there, just wee tips. That's how we used to do it. Sometimes I would want my team to get beat. Sometimes I'd be like, oh, my team gets beat. Oh, see, am I not? What can I say? Like, you know what I'm like by now. Yeah, I know. Do you know what? Wait till I tell you this. This is true. You probably will find it online. I'd watched the women's football. The women's football is brilliant, right? The women's football, I mean, there's goals scored. There's a lot of good dribbling. I mean, it's a good match, but the women's... I can't remember what team it was, but one of the ladies' knee had became dislodged, right? And her knee was facing out that way. And she was sitting on the side of the pitch and she's got her hand and she's bashing it against her knee like that. Bash, bash, bash. to get the knee back into the socket. She manages to get it into the socket, and she gets up and she starts running along the pitch. Right? See the men's football, if you'd done that to them. They'd be doing, they'd be rolling. They'd be in the fetal position. They'd be in the fetal position. This woman punched her knee back into the socket and then just continued to run along the pitch as if, you know, that's all right. I was like, there we go. There we are. Women's football. Sky, I'll tell you, there'll be no more, there'll be none of this. Oh, there might be tension with the football. There's not going to be any tension if you do that wee trick. That's something to spice it up a bit. So that if England and France ever play again, you'll be like, oh, I hope England and France play. We used to enjoy Old Firm matches. If anybody was in our house, we're like, I think it's time for you to go home now, right? Who won that game? See, if it was a draw, if it's a draw, it would just be equal. Just be equal time. I should be the new Dr. Ruth in the internet. I should be the new Dr. Ruth. I should have Dr. Blueberry here. Dr. Blueberry's gutter time. But we should have that. We should have a channel. Dr. Blueberry's gutter time. And you can just phone in with scenarios and stuff, and I'll help you out. It's a learning channel. It is. Oh, Catherine, we used to have a great... Look, a lot of people, there's tension in Old Firm. When Celtic and Rangers play, a lot of people end up falling out over it. Don't you talk to me? My team lost. We were in the cairn. We were having a good old time. That's what we were up to. I'll tell you though, it takes all the tension out of it, Sky. So you'll never need to worry. You'll never need to worry. Your man will be dead happy regardless of who wins. He'll be happy. He will not be bothered if it's La France that win. Oh, I know, Catherine, but we're like wee rabbits back in the day. Here, mind I went to the first time we went to Yugoslavia, and I had bought the multi-pack of condoms. There was some like 48 condoms. Mind, we were gone for 2 weeks. 48 condoms in this packet, right? This is back in the day with tills. It wasn't like scanning. You had a sticker on the things with the price on them, right? And I thought, well, we're going on holiday, so we're going to probably a few times a day. Hey, so, and safety, I didn't want to be pregnant, so. And the ex-husband wouldn't go in for them. He was embarrassed. And look at me, I'm not embarrassed. I was like, I'll go in for them, watch me do it. I'll get the multi-pack, just in case. Right, just in case. So here, I goes into the shop. This is absolute true as well. I went into the shop, straight over to the condom bit. Is my Tingle Pink, good afternoon. There they are, the multi-pack. I'll have them. And I thought I'll put a couple of other things in my basket. So I had like hairspray, you know, it was like in the 80s and stuff. Hairspray and stuff like that, and my wee shopping trolley. So we get to the checkout, and as we're waiting, somebody's waiting in a price till, a tag or something like that. So there's a queue building up behind me. A queue, I swear, a queue building. There's like about 10 bodies behind me all waiting right at the till. So it's my turn at the till. We get to the till. Guess what? There's no price tag on the condoms. So, do you know what she did? She put... Janet, how much are these? No, it's the multi-pack, 48. I could feel... I could feel the eyes burrowing at the back of my neck. I'm looking out the window. My ex-husband's like that, looking in the window at me like that. And I'm thinking, they're all going to think I'm a lady of the night, aren't they? That's what they're going to... Oh, that's disgusting. 48? Who needs 48 condoms? Right, but that wasn't the only appearance of these bloody condoms. See, when I went to the airport, they were out the bag again. The security guy had them out again, the 48 pack, they'd made an appearance more than once. I think when we got to Yugoslavia at the time, they also were out the bag. I was like, does anybody else want to see them? Does anybody else want to see this multi-pack? Listen, but safety was the thing. Big on safety. No, but I needed the condoms, Holly, because I wasn't going my holidays without getting any. so I just waited in line like that, like dead embarrassed. That's £12.40, Janet. Oh my God. And you could hear them whispering behind me and all that. I was like, oh God. Beamer. And then my ex, it was as if I'd just done a bank robbery. The ex-husband was like, did you get them? Did you get them? And I was like, I don't want to talk about it. Just let's go. Let's go home. Yeah, I know. I should have, Holly. I should have. Oh no, see, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not, you know, I've never been embarrassed of that kind of thing. I'm not embarrassed. But that was, I didn't plan on that. See, when you get hit a curveball, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting the whole shop to know. Aye, like a multi-pack, I know it had to be the biggest pack. But listen, that's it. I was protecting myself. So I was, what age was I? 1980. I was 17. I was 17. I was 17, so I was. Did that stop me from having a drink when I went over? No. I was like, give me a drink. It's a bad lassie. Ebony, good afternoon. I'm doing good. Sea Glass, good afternoon to you. Thank you for coming in and spending some time with me. I love seeing all your lovely wee faces. Aye. A lot of embarrassing stuff's happened to me over the years. A lot. Maybe that's how nothing embarrasses me, really. Saying that, I was a wee bit embarrassed with Jason and the gas man. I wasn't expecting... See if I'm caught off guard, I get embarrassed. See if I'm already in the gutter, then I'm not going to get embarrassed. Oh. Here, this is true as well. I swear to God, these stories are true. It was Greece. It was our honeymoon, right? Picture I've seen. 1991. I don't know why, but I think we just wanted to christen every room that we had in the hotel. Now, our hotel room, really, there was just like a sleeping area and a bathroom, right? And we had christened the sleeping area a few times. So we thought, let's go in the shower together, as you do, right? Let's go. Well, things got, one thing led to another. And there was one of the lilo things that you take out into the sea and you lie on, like the air beds. There was one of them in the toilet, you know, just dripping off like that. So here I get a wee idea. I'm like, here, we'll put that down and you know, we'll get on top of it and stuff like that, right? So, oh, there we are. We're at it. Right, it's squeak. The squeaking of this airbed. Squeak. Okay. You know, it's a squeaky thing. So that didn't put us off. That does not. We didn't even hear the squeaking really. And then the next thing I heard, coming from the inside the room. The maid was in the room, making the beds. We're in the toilet, on toilet. I mean, it was all bump and grind. It was like that. It was all happening in the bathroom. And I was like, is the door locked? And the ex-husband's going, aye. And he was going, wish you would day. And I was going, just stay in here. We just lay there. We just lay there on the squeaky mat like that. Just lay there. She never even tried the toilet. Obviously, she knew what was going on. She never even tried the toilet. But that took the mood right down. That was it. That was it. I was like, I don't feel like it now. You know what I mean? It was squeak. And the thing was like, it's squeaking. That was all happening too. Put me off for a few hours, and then I remember, yeah, let's get back in the toilet on that squeaky thing. That was good, wasn't it? Oh, that was comfort. Oh, what a laugh. And that was the place that had the most bizarre sign on the toilet. I took a picture of it somewhere. And the toilet, right, now you weren't allowed to put your toilet roll down this toilet because it's in Greece. And on this toilet it had no toilet paper, right? And I was like, right, okay. No something else, bottles or some bottles. I was like, bottles? Who's flushing bottles down the toilet? In all my years, I've never thought, you know what, with that bottle's gone straight down the toilet. Who's flushing bottles down the toilets? It was no bottles. What? Raffy girl, good afternoon, my lovely Raffy girl. I love your mum's decorations, Raffy girl. I love your mum's decorations. I had a smile on my face when I seen them. Beautiful. Bottles there's Martingo pink. I was like, I'm going to look for that picture because it was like, it wasn't just the bottle, there was something else. And I was like, what the hell? Who's flushing these objects? Maybe, see, we never had a minibar. We never had a minibar. I don't know, somebody's obviously been at it. Somebody's obviously, do you know what, just don't bother putting that bottle in the trash. Don't bother, just flush it. Strange. But mind the sign. I don't know if you have seen this. Oh, you probably have seen this. Right, I'm going to take you and show you something, right? Now, people will say I'm a thief, right? People will say I'm a thief. This accidentally and purpose fell inside my bag when I was coming home from Croatia, which was Yugoslavia at one point, right? This just shows you this just shows you. Wait a minute. This just shows you. Better get it. Wait a minute. I've got my bed stripped. I'm going to be change my bed. Hey, this gave me nightmares. Wait a minute. Move that there. This gave me nightmares. This was in Croatia. There's the sign right now. This accidentally and purpose fell in my bag on the way home, right? I'm sure they've got loads of them, right? So there's the thing. You put this on your door, right? You put this on your door if you're wanting maid service, right? Look what happens if you don't. Look at that. That's like stuff nightmares are made of. Like, I'm going to murder you. Shh. There's a murder happening in the room. Look, nice happy wee lady, by the way, with the Hoover. Look, that's like a lady fit. Look at her pointy boobies. Like, God knows how long they've had that, but... So, I mean, I had to accidentally take it. It had fell in my diary pages. So it did. It accidentally fell in my diary. So it did. I know, I was like, what the hell? I was thinking, this should update their thing. That's creepy as F. Like that. And I was there myself, too. I was there myself. Yeah, that's it. Shh, someday I'm going to murder you in your room. That's what that's about. That's what that is. So I had to accidentally take it. And anyway, I paid a fortune for that bloody holiday, so... So see if it's no nail down, I'm taking it. Saying that I wouldn't take like house coats or anything like that, but I have been known for a towel as well to accidentally fall in my bag from time to time. And of course all the toiletries. I don't take the toilet roll, but I take the soap and stuff. I don't know why. I really don't know why. It's not as if I come home and use it. I come home and keep it. So, I mean, even the lady on it, it's a pointy boobies. Now that's like the 50s and 60s that women use. Marilyn Monroe comes to mind with a pointy bra. They've not changed that sign in a while. Maybe they'll get a more up to date one. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to go. What time have I been on? I've been on for 45 minutes. I've only got a couple more things to do. The sun's come out. It's meant to be snowing today. You know? Holy cool. That's cool. I know, more up to date and more like, well, maybe a sleepy person, someone that's actually sleeping like on a pillow, like that. Shh, like that. Would be nice, but no, that guy's like in your face, like, gonna murder you in your sleep. Kind of like that. I tell you, and I was there myself, so it put the shiters right up me, that. I remember showing it to my mum. My mum went, that's a bit scary, that, is it? And I'm going, I'm telling you, I know. I'm there myself. I will do ASMR Tingle Pink. I'll definitely do that. Check out your latest ASMR video. I'll watch it tonight when I'm in bed. See if time goes by so fast for me these days. I'm always like busy doing something. So I'm going to go and see if there's been anything on Sky News for about that David Fuller guy, because I've been waiting all morning for that. I'm sure I will, ASMR Tingle Pink. I'm sure I'm going to love it. So thank you all for coming in. I won't be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I've got the wee fella. But there's a video coming up tomorrow for you. What was the video? What video did I do? Do you know, I can't even remember. What video did I do? I done the doctor's one. I can't remember. There's a video going up. Who knows? It's going to be a surprise to me as well when I see it, because I can't remember what it was. But I'll be back on Friday to see you. And Rafi girl, I'm doing great. I hope you're doing good as well. And I'll be back on Friday to see you. So have a lovely, lovely day. Yes, Catherine, the perfume one. Thank you. It's a perfume show and tell I've got coming up tomorrow. So I hope you like that. And I'll see you on Friday. So have a lovely, lovely day. I'm going to give you a big kissy now. Bye, everyone.